Describe a science subject that you are interested in. Uh, well, talking about favorite science, I think psychology is possibly one of my favorite science subject. Now, psychology in itself also have a different spectrum. There are clinical psychology and exploring psychology, stuff like that. But they all boils down to the study of the human minds. In fact, there are like others that related to animal stuff. So let's just say the exploring the mind of sentience sentience creature. So cats, monkeys, dolphins, all can be studied in this subject. I interested in psychology is because it's very different from that of, let's say, biology or physics. It's not something that they are. It's not something that are necessarily bound to laws. For example, like in physics, if I have a pen, no, like a iron, and I drop them, of course it will fall down because it is bound to the laws of gravity and stuff like that. So it's pretty straightforward. But psychology, on the other hand, it it's a mixture a of thousands things for that matter. Especially when studying a subject like a criminal, because it's not always you can pinpoint like, oh, this person have a rough childhood and that makes him a criminal, stuff like that. You have to dive deeper into it, and sometimes you can't even pinpoint the exact reason that lead to certain action of individuals. uh, so that's what I'm trying to say, right? It's not something that you can just look at and find a general laws that attribute to those certain things, and like pinpoint it immediately. They have to be studied, have to be delved deep into to even get a fraction, a hint of how something behave. Because it's more like in the roots, and when time goes by, other things influence, and which leads to this behavior, this decision, stuff like that. And it's really intrigued me since I am probably like 10, so it's really intrigued me since that. And hopefully, in the future, I might use psychology in the future. In fact, especially if I want to pursue like human resources or some occupation related to that kind of field. Did you ever tell anyone that you are interested in this subject? Uh, uh, yeah. In fact, I have thought about being a psychologist. Um, is like scientists relate to psychology, stuff like that. So you get my point. And for some time, I was somewhat obsessed with this subject, and I did tell a lot of people, my families, my friends, some more supportive, most not really, most just make fun of me. But at the end of the day, I don't really care that much. So there's that. Some children don't like to study science subjects in school. Why? It's funny because when you talk to a 6 years old, for example, they have a lot of questions about science. Why the sky is blue? Why the grass is green? Why is the age of our universe? Why the sun is so big, so hard, so far? Stuff like that. They are very everyone, I think, is inherently curious, especially about the nature of their physical world and science for that matter. But like over time, the way they were engaged with these subjects make it makes them unattractive, right? And it's usually because of school that they don't try to make these things sounds interesting or actually show children why this subject matter and why should they study it. So over time the curious die when they grow up, especially in a teenager's phase. And they just now most of them don't like science anymore because they are not properly nurture a that sense that they are the sense of curiosity is not properly nurtured and cultivated. So they just grew bored, I guess. And just furthermore, most people who are interested in science are usually being called by like bookworm or nerd or stuff like that, which makes them insecure. So, and it makes this type of field even more unattractive, I think. Is it important to study science in school? That's definitely. Science is pretty much everything we have, from our body, the law, the world, how everything even exists, stuff like that, even through to a more spiritual realm, especially in the mind. So I say that science is a mandatory subject, a compulsory subject for a reason, which science subject is the most important for children to study. Well, out of the three main subjects, biology, chemistry, and physics, I think biology is the most important for children because first of all, biology is a study, this is science of the body and any living organism, and to learning them not only give children an idea about uh, how their body operates and how other living things operate, behave, eat, their diet, stuff like that. What is important to them, nutrition and environment, stuff like that. They learn not only to appreciate life life form, but also in that process learn how to take care of their body and know what is good, what is healthy for it. So, yeah, that's my opinion.